Welcome to the ESK 2019-2020 celebration for athletic achievement. It has been another incredible year for our ESK athletics. Our ESK Saints have represented our school on the courts, the field, the course, the clay, the lanes, the stage, and in the pool. It has been a year full of challenges for our athletes and teams. You have competed and have pushed through record-breaking heat, driving rain and storm delays, new league structures, flood postponements, and finally with this unforeseeable situation, which has forced us to cut our spring training short. To be a part of ESK athletics, each of you has given up free time, juggled your schedules, lost sleep, and pushed yourself to your physical limits. This year, 80%, or 102 out of 128 middle schoolers participated in our school athletics programs. This high level of participation says a lot about who we are at ESK and about the kind of person each of you is. For whether your reason for wearing that Saints jersey is because you have great skills, or because you want to stay fit, or because you want to be a part of something, choosing to go out for a team, especially to represent your school, takes guts. It takes risk, and that alone is an achievement. So as we view this commemorative video for the 2019-2020 year of ESK Athletics, I'd like to offer the words of Teddy Roosevelt, which he entitled "The Man in the Arena." Please think of these words as applying to both our boy and girl athletes. It is not the critic who counts, not the man who points out how the strong man stumbles, or where the doer of deeds could have done them better. The credit belongs to the man who is actually in the arena, whose face is marred by dust and sweat and blood, who strives valiantly, who errs, who comes short again and again, because there is no effort without error or shortcoming, but who does actually strive to do the deeds, who knows great enthusiasms, the great devotions, who spends himself in a worthy cause, who at the best knows in the end the triumph of high achievement, and who at the worst, if he fails, at least fails while daring greatly, so that his place shall never be with those cold and timid souls who neither know victory or defeat. In closing, thanks to you all for being a part of ESK Athletics. To the 8th graders, you have set a great example of leadership and success. You have inspired us all. We look forward to learning of your future triumphs. Parents, thank you for your generous support of our programs. We truly could not do this without you. Know that we will find the way back to the sport activities that we hold dear, and when we do, continue to dare greatly. Go Saints!
I was very impressed with the way that our flag football team came together as a group this season. We didn't win as many games as we would like. I'd like to win every single game, but it didn't happen like that. That's okay. We have up years, we have down years. That's all right. This was a bit of a rebuilding year for us. We have a great core of young, up-and-coming players, and we also had a couple of real leaders in the form of Jonathan Shaver and Charles Rogers. Those guys really showed our younger players how things are done and how they go about their business. So I'm proud of the team. I'm proud of the way that we have come together, and I think the future is bright for ESK's flag football team.
The middle school cross-country team practiced and raced in record heat last fall. ESK's shady campus and wooded areas were greatly utilized to practice after school. 2 runner siblings joined the middle school cross-country team, Ella and Grayson Parker, while Alex Odell, Eli Chestnut, Fulton Congleton, and Bruin Webster continued for another year. They all ran hard, improved race placement, and had a lot of fun. Congratulations, runners, on an amazing season.
Hi, this is Coach Brophy, and I had the pleasure of coaching the JV volleyball team this past fall. When I think about the year we had in JV volleyball, I get excited about the future of our program. While other teams played with the strategy to send the ball back in one hit, our girls worked to play a complicated two-setter system. This meant that over the course of the season, our competition didn't improve, but we did. Our first round tournament win showed how much better we had become. So girls, I know you all been working on your game this past winter. A year's growth is going to make all the difference in our serving ability, and then look out, KISL. You were a fun group of girls to work with. From practices with crazy cat-painted faces to unbelievable pregame, sometimes mid-game snacks, you guys surprised me all the time. I can't wait to get started on the new year. Love you all.
Thank you for joining us for Sports Night celebrating ESK student athletes. Unfortunately, Coach Fox is unavailable to be with us here tonight, but he asked me to share a few words with his volleyball team. It's hard to put into words how grateful I am to the ESK faculty, students, and parents for the opportunity to coach Saints volleyball last season. I'm especially grateful to Coach Brophy for her leadership and support throughout the season. One of the best things about coaching is watching players from the start of the season to the end mature both in their game and in their personality. To our 8th graders and our MVP, Celeste, I want to thank each of you for your great leadership and for bringing a group of players with little or no experience such a long way. To our returning players for next year, I expect nothing but the best from you. Once again, thank you for fighting so hard and working so hard and playing so hard through practice and through the season. I look forward to working with next year's team and look forward to another great season. Sincerely, Coach Fox.
Hey bowlers, what a great season we had. Let's take a little walk down memory lane. Ask yourself how many curly fries or frozen candy bars or nachos you enjoyed. Hear the sounds of smashing pins, the scratching squeak of balloon animals being crafted by a Bruin, the cheers as you made a striker's spare. We learned that the blowy fan at the end of the ball rack was not an air conditioner, but a dryer for your hands before bowling. Perhaps your special bowling name, Daddy, Bearded Dragon, Peppa, Sexy Bird Boy, Toaster, etc., will follow you for a long time. What a great season we totally had. 6th, 7th, 8th graders, you were motivated, generous, and enthusiastic. Even though bowling includes its frustrations, you improved and showed significant growth. Most importantly, you entered the spirit of bowling, being willing to cheer on others, being willing to try a new method, being willing to analyze your technique, being willing to press the service buzzer when the pin setter became stuck, being willing to not eat other people's fries when they were bowling. 6th and 7th grade, you were great. I look forward to our season next year. Paulina and JJ, we are so glad you became part of our team. 8th grade, a special shout out to you, Emma, Colin C, Colin S, Julia, Owen, Madison, Hayden, Gracie, Paulina, Sadie, Ryan, Ella, MP, Charles, Anthony, Lily. You are bowling bedrock. I will sincerely miss you. Join your high school bowling teams and come back and visit. Yay, Saintly Strikers!
Hey basketball girls. Looking back over our season, our JV girls showed a lot of growth and perseverance. One thing in life that we must learn is that we cannot compare our level 1 to other people or teams level 4 or level 5. As Michael Jordan said, you will miss 100% of the shots you never take. So in the end, it's always best to keep trying and not give up. If you lose 2 games, go on and play a 3rd game. Keep going until you make it. Our varsity girls had an amazing season. We went into the season a little scared and hesitant because we were going to be having to play some big school teams for the first time. We had the greatest high of beating Grace in double overtime in their house when they completely overlooked us, and then the greatest upset playing in the championship game and losing in overtime. Overall, though, we still had a great season. We were scared at the beginning. We had to endure a lot of injuries, but as being the underdogs, we really showed other teams what we were capable of, and I am so proud of that. Finally, I'm really going to miss my 8th grade girls. It's been a joy and a pleasure to coach you for the past 3 years. I wish you nothing but joy, health, no injuries, and excellence in all things that you choose to do in the future. Good luck in high school. Love you.
Hi, varsity basketball girls. Well, we had an incredible season. One of first, we had our first ever exchange student play with us. Hi, Paulina, we miss you. To some nail biters of some games, particularly against Grace Christian. But I think my favorite part of our season was just watching you all love and support each other and carry each other through each game, whether it was from injury to loss, to mistake. You supported each other throughout the season, and it's what allowed us to get to that championship game at the very end. I'm proud of you, and to my 8th graders, Alex, Ella, Brooke, and Madison, I will miss you dearly, and I wish you all the best in high school.
The JV boys team this year provided some great memories that I will long remember. They consistently reminded me why I love coaching so much. Our team was a young and fairly inexperienced group. I knew that we were going to have some difficult games. We were going to play teams that did not play 5th graders at all, and some teams that even played 7th graders on their JV team. I knew that we were going to have to be mentally tough, but that if we could do that, we could start building much of the future of ESK basketball. When we started practicing, I told the team that I was going to measure success not by wins and losses, but by the amount of effort that they put into the season. Well, I can honestly say that the year was a great success. The boys battled and fought consistently from the first game until the last, no matter what the score was. When practice began, I knew I had some good kids with potential, but you never really know what you have until you're in the midst of a battle. I knew we had something in our second game of the season. We had lost our first game by 32 points to a great team. In our second game against Clinton, we were down 17-6 at halftime. We had only made 2 baskets in the entire first half. We went into the locker room and I asked them, "Is this game over?" Just about the entire team said no in unison. I knew at that point we were going to have some success in the second half. I just didn't know what the score was going to be. We struggled to score early in the third as well and got down by 15, but our team kept scrapping and clawing. We scored 8 unanswered points to end the third quarter, trailing by 7 with 1 quarter left. We went on a run like I've never been involved with before, scoring 19 points in the fourth quarter. Clinton managed 3 points. We were down 11 points at halftime, 15 points in the third quarter, and we won that game by 9 points. The locker room got pretty loud after the game too, let me tell you. Another key moment came when we played St. Joseph's on January 7th. It was a very close game, and our all-KISL player Dane hurt his wrist and wasn't able to play much of the game. Despite that, our team didn't get down or give up. 4 different players scored for us in the fourth quarter, and we won a tough game 26-23. Unfortunately, we found out later that Dane had broken his wrist and he would not be able to play again the rest of the year. But the team never gave up, and Dane showed true leadership by continuing to come to practice and games even when he couldn't participate. Maybe the best moments of the year were when the whole team erupted after two different players who had never scored in a game were finally able to score. All the players on the bench jumped up to celebrate their teammate. These were very special moments that I'll always remember. To me, it's clear that the future is bright for these players. They have developed their basketball skills, and I really look forward to watching that continue in the future. I'm always honored to be able to coach, and I'm so happy that I had the chance to coach this team.
Hi everyone, my name is Trey Hobson, and I had the privilege of coaching the varsity and JV boys basketball teams with Joey Parker. First, I would like to congratulate both teams on having great, successful seasons. Starting with the JV boys, you guys were a very young group and you did a good job of growing together, listening, learning, and playing as a team. One of the big moments I remember from the season is the game Dane was injured. Dane was one of the key players on the team and he was having a really good night on both ends of the floor. So when a player like that goes down in a tough game, you don't know what to expect. And through the adversity, the other 6th grade leaders on the team stepped up huge. And the 5th grade leaders who were in the game at that time really stepped up also. And everyone stayed focused, made some clutch plays, and finished that game. And there are many moments I remember, from Fulton hitting multiple big threes in a game, to Grayson and Rowan hitting clutch free throws down the stretch of games, to Kemp hitting a key short corner baseline shot in a game, etc., etc. And those are moments as a coach that you don't forget. So I want to congratulate you again on a great season and thank you for allowing me to be one of your coaches. Varsity boys, we fought through so much adversity this past season. Also, we only had 2 guys back from the previous varsity team. Gratefully, they ended up being 2 of the best players in the league this past season. We started slow, but we ended up finishing 13-3 in the league. I don't think many people expected us to become one of the best teams in the league this past season, but you guys worked hard, stayed focused, you bought into the game plan, and you became one unit. And that's what it takes. So I'm proud of you guys for everything you accomplished. I could talk endlessly about moments from this season, from Johnny scoring 36 points against KA, to Bayless's huge double-double against CC in the first round of the tourney, to James's big 3 for the lead before the half against TKA, and Cooper hitting like 5 threes in the second half of the same game, and so much more. So once again, congratulations on overachieving this season, and thank you for allowing me to lead you, and thank you for trusting myself and Joy as your coaches. To my young guys, I can't wait to see what you guys accomplish next year. To my 8th grade guys, I hate we won't get another run at it, but I wish you the best academically and athletically moving forward, and I know you'll do great things. So one last big congrats to both teams, and I personally would like to thank administration, especially Marcia. I would like to thank the parents, and I would like to send a huge thank you to Joy. Definitely thank all of you guys.
This year's middle school dance team season was especially bittersweet. We've had such a close-knit group of 8th grade girls who have been part of the dance team either all or most of their middle school years, and even some of them through their lower school years. So we're happy for them to move on to high school, but we will dearly miss them. They have danced their hearts out and tried new styles this year, and we just could not be more proud of each of them.
Coach Lockhart and I just have the best coaching job that ESK has to offer. So many times this season we commented on just what a fabulous group of girls we got to work with this year. Many of you dancers have been with us since lower school, so getting to watch your dance skills improve over the years has just been so fun. But probably more important than anything is getting to see the young ladies that you girls have grown into. You make us so proud, and it's just been a joy to be with you on the dance team. And I just ask that no matter where you go or what you do or what the next years of your life offer, I just ask that you always dance. Love you.
This is Coach Brophy here to talk about our wonderful ESK swimmers. ESK swimmers compete with the Catholic Youth Swim Team. Our kids were valuable members of this year's team, and they contributed crucial points at this year's city championships. Campbell and McLean Harden medaled on A-team relays and then went on to have top 10 finishes in individual events, adding one more individual medal. Christina Taylor and Brooklyn Bombardo turned in personal records in their final swims of the year. Way to go, guys. We are so proud of you.
This year's middle school tennis season was one that featured a lot of growth. In particular, we saw 18 participants, both beginner and seasoned tennis players, take a next step in their game. Of our 3 middle school teams, 2 were able to qualify for the end of season tournament, with the other team missing out by mere games in the regular season. In the postseason, our 2 teams showed up and competed with the best of the best in their division against both public and private schools. Aside from competition, though, we enjoyed our time at practices with friends, drilling, and of course, the end of practice games. Our 5 8th graders, Zoe, Sophie, Sadie, Gracie, and Emma, you all will definitely be missed. This sport is one that can be played for a lifetime, so take advantage and always remember to have fun. Go Saints!
This year's middle school soccer team was great. We are undefeated. Woohoo! Go team! We had 2 awesome teams, and unfortunately our season was cut short. But I just want to say how proud I am of all of y'all. And through each practice, you gave your all each day, and you were encouraging your friends as they tried to learn new tricks and even learn the game of soccer. And congratulations to our 8th graders. I know this would have been a great season, but I'm so excited for what's to come when y'all play in high school.
Hello to my ESK golf team. Wanted to give you a big shout out to the great group of students that have signed up to playing this year. I know it was disappointing that we didn't get to have a season, but I sure hope that once the weather starts to get nicer, you will be able to get out and play some, even in quarantine. Most golf courses are currently open and have social distancing, which is really easy to do if you're walking or each person rides in their own cart. I'm sorry I didn't get to see you all for the end of the year. Playing golf together is one of my favorite things to do with all of you. And I sure hope you all have a great summer. Get out and play. It's easy to do. Concord Par 3. I've played up at the Knoxville Municipal Course, even Dead Horse and Willow Creek. These are all friendly to middle school students to play. I hope you have a great summer, and I sure hope I get to see everybody back in August. Go Saints!
Hi guys, this is Coach Brophy. Each year, I join with Coaches Walski and Harris to train our kids and others for the Knoxville Middle School track and field season. This year, we had a month's worth of practice and even competed in one meet at Austin East before the season shut down. The Austin East meet hosted 12 public and private Knoxville schools. I was proud of the contributions our athletes made to the relay teams. For most of our kids, it was their first track and field meet experience. Thank you for your courage to join an unfamiliar group of teammates and for the hard training you put in during the cold month of February. Keep working out at home and on your own and be ready to go next year.
A big part of softball is pitching, and it's been a while since we've had a solid pitcher at ESK. So that's why when this spring season started, I was really excited because we didn't have one, we didn't have two, we had 3 girls who could throw a strike, and I was ready to go. Of course, we got sidelined by the pandemic, and that's a season that we're not ever going to get back. But I like to think that we would have done some fantastic things on the softball diamond this year. I had a great group of girls who were excited, they were motivated, they were positive toward one another. The experienced players helped the new players, and the new players brought in a lot of energy and a lot of enthusiasm and a big spark. And we're just going to have to play what if on that season, but I like to think that it would have been something pretty special.
Now we would like to recognize those who have earned the distinction of ESK Triple Threat Athlete. ESK Triple Threat athletes participate in at least 3 ESK athletics programs during the school year. 2019-2020 Triple Threat athletes are Savannah Bush, Katie Moon, Ava Sills, Max Mealer, Grayson Parker, Brooklyn Bombardo, Sophia Timmerman-Polinsky, L.B. Brown, Dane Clark, Fulton Congleton, Max Peck, Houston Rogers, Grace Liebenow, Bruin Webster, Sophie Daniel, Madison Lafferty, Gracie Lockey, Sadie Meyerhofer, Ella Parker, Lily Talmadge, Brooke Williams, and Jonathan Shaver. We thank you for giving so much of your time and talents to help make our ESK program strong. ESK Triple Threat athletes will be listed on a 2019-2020 Seiler Gymnasium banner and will receive this ESK Triple Threat travel blanket. It is our tradition each year to honor one girl and one boy from each middle school grade level with the ESK Sportsmanship Award. Our middle school faculty and ESK athletics coaches consider candidates who display grace in victory and defeat, who encourage their teammates, who are positive and give their best at all times, and who conduct themselves with class both in and out of competition. It was very difficult to select just one girl and one boy from each grade, but we are very proud to honor the following individuals. The 5th grade winners are Savannah Bush and Grayson Parker. 6th grade winners are Brooklyn Bombardo and Noah Bremer. 7th grade winners are Alana Gray and Aiden Brown. And finally, our 8th grade sportsmanship award winners are Alex Odell and Bayless Bolt. As you can see, you will receive a plaque inscribed with your name. Your plaque will be delivered to you at home. Congratulations. I would like to end this sport achievement celebration with a heartfelt thanks to our ESK coaches. Your love of our kids, your knowledge of your sports, and the sacrifices you've made this year are greatly appreciated. Students and parents at home, shout to your screens a great big thank you to our coaches. I know they can hear you. This ends our ESK reflection of the 2019-2020 year in sports. Stay well and keep your sports skills sharp. Go Saints!